Video for July 30th, and what I'm going to do is do another update. So I just did one update. Let me kind of walk through that real quick. So I came in and made one update to the calendar invite here. I pushed it using this process here under update or cancel. Essentially the new one went went into the storage layer for the AWS Counter Invite server using the SES drop-off box. We disassembled it and stored it. I used a new route, essentially workflow, which is called update. So I pulled out the calendar client originally used that had essentially the same UID. You need to know nothing about that since we keep track of the UIDs, which are essentially invisible in the calendar clients, by the way. We do track them here at the AWS Counter Invite server level APIs in which we built. So what I did in the first push was I called it update 1. I added this text here, come by the 675 and have a beer on us by the 5th inning. That was an addition or an update, and I saved it. I made a typo there, so I'm going to put in this update number 2, come by the booth 675. So that's what we're going to do, and it's going to auto flow here. You can see I have one update here, and you can see this data came in here. So let's get to it, and you'll see it live. The only way to kind of show something like this is going into live demo theater. So we're going to look at 7:38 here, Los Angeles game. You can see the data is mapped the same. Come by the 675. I'm going to say come by the booth 675. So I'm just adding one word there. I'm going to hit save, and you're going to see that it did an update. It communicated to the AWS Counter Invite server here. Just via the API gateway, hit the SES box. We made a UID change, and you're going to see this change here to update number 2, and it's going to send out a new auto-configured calendar invite downstream. And let's get to it. You see I made the change here. You see it shows up as booth. I'm going to reflash this screen here, hitting our API kit. And you can see there's the booth in there. Instead of just 675, we added the word booth. And you can see downstream, the new calendar invite got auto processed since I have that switch on to basically send auto updates out to the community of anybody downstream that has a calendar invite sent by our APIs. I'm going to say yes. And now we're tracking this data here in this AWS calendar invite server dashboard, and you see here in particular I sent out 2 updates using the update push, and then the recap here, not to go too far, I'll go up the stack here. Here's the recap. You saw me use a new one and then an updated one, and the workflow is talking and communicating to our APIs. And then what we did in the end was we sent out the updated calendar invite here using API number 1. If in fact that software switch is on, we will actually go out and send out the updated calendar invites and then track the updates. Thanks for stopping by.